Hey everybody, it's been a couple weeks, but I just want to do a quick video to touch base. I've been busy with work and other stuff. I've been working on stuff, but I've had my cat Kiwi has been in and out of the vet just because she's old and going through some stuff, and she's okay. She's sitting right here. Let me just show you right now. Here, hold on. Here's Kiwi. There's Kiwi. Kiwi's enjoying herself. She's fine. I've just had to force feed her, and she's had some like anemia and stuff, so I've been taking care of that. And unfortunately, when you get like inner problems with animals, it can be very costly. So that was kind of stressing me out. But Kiwi is actually a 5 on the Enneagram. I know you can type your pets. She is. She's an investigator. She will stare off and figure things out. And I always said, even before I knew the Enneagram, that if she had a career, she'd be a physicist. So that's Kiwi. And other than that, I just want to say that, you know, I have been working on my book and stuff, and I guess just to touch base, I've seen some videos lately with some really bad writing advice, and I so far on my channel have avoided like preaching about writing because it really kind of gets in a lot of people's pissy ass moods. They get all defensive, and I don't give a shit. You know, you're free not to listen to it, but you know, one of the things I see is people saying, don't, you know, this overly plotting of your books. And I guess when you're young and you don't know where you want to take your story, you have to have a plot. But I mean, some people just sit there and they outline, and they do these ridiculous long outlines, and it doesn't accomplish anything. And really what that does is it robs your writing of any organic quality. And what I will do, but of course I've been writing for a long time, and I've written a number of novels. Like the current one I'm working on, I know the last scene of the book. I know how it's going to end. Not going to say it, but I know what's going to happen. And I have to have some events happen before then, but I have not written them down, so to speak. And as I've been writing, I get more ideas sort of come to me. And when you overly plot, you lose sort of a free association. Because as with my writing my book, it's taken me longer because, well, I have a full-time job and other matters like Kiwi and things like that. But you know, even though I have my focus, I start when I think of a novel or I think of an idea, I think of a really a setting and a character, but the voice of the character usually has to come to me after I start it. I won't know the voice before, but I usually, when I have a book in mind, I have a setting and a mood, and that's where I can start, and then from there I'll generally know kind of where I want it to unfold, but things will happen along the way. And this is both things in life will occur, which will invite new ideas. Also just having sort of a free flow of thought. And it's not something so much I can put words to. It's more of an intuitive thing. And I know everyone's writing style and way, means and approach are different, but this, you know, I see so many of these like YouTube channels advising to plot out, and I really have to discourage that. What I would suggest is really think of a character. Think of a character, think of a mood, think of a setting. And from there, the most important thing is to to know what you want to communicate. Because there's nothing worse than sitting down and writing a book or a poem or a story and not knowing what the fuck you want to say. Know what you're trying to say. Not everything has to have humor in it, but humor can act as a lubricant into deeper moments. I like to have humor in my books. Some of my earlier ones, the one novella I wrote, The Architecture of Loss, has no humor at all. And that's fine, but it's also a novella. It's only 25,000 words, and the story itself doesn't lend itself to be really longer. It's really just a play length kind of tale and about this one character, and there's no humor in that, but which is generally unlike me. But I wanted to try just, you know, doing it in straight drama form. But now I definitely have to have humor, and I have to have some, you know, obviously the drama. But if your focus is trying to find, I want to start a book about somebody who blankety blank blank plot, your book is almost guaranteed going to suck, because you haven't thought of a character, you haven't thought of a motive, you haven't thought of their internal works, their motivations, the moods, the setting, the language. How well do you incorporate poesy into the work? All these things play a part into whether or not your story succeeds. I mean, there's nothing worse than writing a really long novel about a culture you barely know, that is absolutely humorless and boring as shit, just to prove that you have an ego. Don't do that, okay? It's great to write outside your culture. I do it many times, and I've done it many times. But I wrote a number of books beforehand, before I was able to get to that point. Those books that I'm referring to are my Japanese trilogy, my India, I'm working on my third India book, so my India trilogy, my novel on China. If anyone listening to this, if you want to read any of those, you can just email me, either send me a Facebook message or email me through YouTube. It has a little link. And I'll send it to you. I'm always looking for readers. But those are just my thoughts. I thought of, I have a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, be it Enneagram related or writing related, and I'm going to do some writing later today. I'm glad I have the day off. I'm very fortunate. But I just guess I want to finish up this video. I know I got the sunglasses on. Sorry, it's a little bright. But I just want to show what you need. This is assuming you're a female, a girl. Okay, this is what you need if you like books. Okay, first of all, what you need is a nice purse. I purchased this at Charming Charlie. They're going on out of business, so it was cheap. Nice purse that has space, okay? And what can fit in this space? Oh, look, a book. Oh, look, that's my book. This is my poetry book. So, like, if I wanted to carry this around, I can just put it right in my purse, and here you go. Read it in downtime. So, if you're a guy, I can't help you there, but this is just some suggestions. Also, I just bought the cutest little cardigan thing. Okay, look at this. This is in a bag. Look at this. Open the bag. This is just, I love this. Look. Open it. Keep it in there. And it's a cardigan. It's a long cardigan. So like when you're freezing in restaurants, like I always get, put in the little bag. Keep it in the purse with the book of choice. And you're set. So that's all I got for right now. Can I think of anything else? I watched this film that I linked to on my Facebook page called The Bear, and it's available on YouTube, and if you've not seen it, I highly recommend it. It's really a wonderful little film told from the point of view of this bear. I mean, I was in tears, and I have it on my Facebook page, but I'll give a link to it. It's free. Watch it. And other than that, I'm just gonna keep an eye on Kiwi and hope everything goes well. And I'll be in touch when I get some more time. But gonna do some writing this afternoon, and anything else, I'll keep you posted. But that was the book my WordShapes on Amazon. I'm plugging myself again. I have other books available as well, but I've said that I think poetry, above all other books, needs to be in a paperback form. I think the other, novels can be ebook. I mean, it depends. Some of them, it just depends. But poetry is something I need to start. I never read from page 1 in a row. I start all over the place and I flip through it. And that's how I think really poetry should be read. So that's all I got for right now. I will be in touch soon, and hope you have a great afternoon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.